All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. I'm Garrett Ordway, and commentating with me tonight is Carrie Ordway. After going 2-2 in the South Region Kickoff Tournament last weekend and having an overall record of 4-4, the Lady Eagles look to get back above 500. Playing LaGrange College this evening. Carrie, what do the Lady Eagles have to do tonight to pull out the win?
You know, especially coming off a weekend last weekend where they got the opportunity to play so much, just taking what they learned from the last weekend and trying to improve on some of those areas they need to.
All right, we will have the prayer and national anthem along with the starting lineups, and then be back with you after that.
Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Tonight's game is between the LaGrange College Panthers and your PCC Lady Eagles. The National Christian College Athletic Association is committed to the true spirit of competition and upholding the four core values of the game plan for life: love, integrity, faith, and excellence. We ask that each participant, official, and spectator join us in exhibiting these Christ-like characteristics and help create a positive environment in which to enjoy today's competition. At this time, please stand for prayer and remain standing for the national anthem. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for the many blessings you've given us. I pray that both sides plays well and no one's injured. Help us do everything to your honor and your glory. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Tonight's sports medicine coverage is provided by the Andrews Institute and Baptist Healthcare, the official sports medicine provider for Pensacola Christian College. Starting tonight for LaGrange College, number 1, Meredith Orton. Number 4, Sarah Holmes. Number 6, Zentrina Choice. Number 11, Riley Morgan. Number 16, Haley Redden. Number 18, Carmen Hamilton. And number 24, Journey Oden. The Panthers are led by Coach Dan Schulte. And now the starting lineup for your Pensacola Christian College Lady Eagles. A freshman from Mount Vernon, Texas, number 1, Anna Stevens. A freshman from Heartland, Maryland, number 2, Hope Brooks. A freshman from Fort Walton Beach, Florida, number 4, Helen Payton. A senior from Beloit, Wisconsin, number 7, Cora Lathers. A senior from St. Anne, Illinois, number 8, Allie McGirt. A sophomore from Pensacola, Florida, number 9, Hannah Romero. And a senior from Valparaiso, Indiana, number 15, Haley Butcher. The Lady Eagles are led by Coach Kaylin Ullman with assistant coach Carissa Aiken. The officials for today's game are Jonathan Liggins, Helen Kelchner, Claire Arrington, and Michael Black.
All right, we are excited to get started here on this Thursday evening. An early 5 o'clock start time as the Lady Eagles battle the LaGrange Panthers in this non-conference matchup for the Lady Eagles. Carrie, what are some of the challenges of getting the energy up for this kind of odd evening start time?
Well, you know, we talk about this a lot, but all of these players as student athletes, you know, they were going to classes today. They were thinking about passing quizzes and getting prepared for the first round of tests that's coming up here in a couple of weeks ago. So much of that is a mental game, being able to shift from one task to another. That's one of the biggest feats of being a student athlete, is just learning how to make all those different parts of your life work together, and then to be able to do your best in all of them.
Yeah, we will see how the Lady Eagles are able to take on this challenge this evening. They went 2-2 last weekend in the NCCAA Division II South Region Kickoff Tournament, losing to Bob Jones and Toccoa Falls, but beating both Trinity College and Trinity Baptist. The Toccoa Falls particularly was a close match for the Lady Eagles. One thing I noticed looking through the stats there was the sets that the Lady Eagles won over the weekend, they had a positive hitting percentage. In the sets they lost, they had a negative hitting percentage. Certainly, we need to reduce some of those hitting errors as the Lady Eagles go into the match this evening.
Yeah, so we've talked about in our last match, we talked a lot about reducing hitting errors just on account of the hitter themselves, you know, thinking about proper hand contact, proper timing, and things like that. But really, when you think about executing a strong, aggressive offense, it starts with everything from getting up a strong blocking presence, closing the block, giving your back row defense a chance to even get the ball up to the setter, and then giving them the best chance to get an in-system play, because that's where they're going to be their strongest.
We've got Helen Payton starting the match off this evening with the serve. She sets it up for Haley Butcher down the line, played up by the LaGrange libero. Just tipped over and just in front of the diving Payton, point for LaGrange. There's certainly some feeling out process at the beginning of this match. A serve here from Carmen Hamilton. Helen Payton setting it up in the middle for McWirt. She swings, and it is signaled out by the line judge there. Lady Eagles will try to get their first offense going. Romero up high for Payton, kind of tight, a bit off the net, and so McWirt off some hands and down. Good timing there on the block from LaGrange, and they'll serve 3-0. Romero up high for Payton, low for Butcher, and right into the block.
You know, many of the mistakes that we've seen so far, I already mentioned the mental battle it is to shift from your normal life during the day as a student going to classes to then playing at a high level of competition in a sport like this. And a lot of these early mistakes we've seen have just been mental errors, you know, kind of not thinking before reacting.
Hope Brooks being subbed out there for Michaela Kinney. And Romero with a good serve, deep. Still alive, but they'll get the free ball here. Payton to Butcher. McWirt ends up with the hit. I think they were asking for a net call there, but LaGrange unable to do anything with it. And it'll be a point for the Lady Eagles. Benefit of having two setters on the floor there. In case a setter plays the first one, you've got a second setter for that second hit. Big swing. There was the block. High off of it. Romero played it. And Kinney. And then we've got a net call violation by Sarai Holmes.
That was a perfect example of all the units working together. You know, the block took just enough off that hit to allow the defense to make an excellent pass up to the setter, giving the setter the option to set up multiple offenses and then pressuring LaGrange into an unforced error with that net violation.
Good recognition there by Lathers. Free ball given over, though. Peyton there, up high. Lathers takes it, this time for Kenny. And just a bit wide. 5-3 the lead for LaGrange early. Zentrina Choice back to serve. Over, received by Romero. Peyton in the middle for McWirt, and she puts it down.
As a freshman coming in, plays like that are so affirming for a setter like Peyton, where she gets a strong pass up from her defense and she's able to give her offense an opportunity to execute like that.
Romero doesn't quite get to that one, and it'll be a point for LaGrange. Megan Kinsey into the game for the Lady Eagles. Peyton will be coming, looked like into set as Butcher is, oh, now Butcher heads back to serve. Okay, 5-6, Lady Eagles trail. We've got Peyton, Kinney, and Kinsey. That's going to get us all night in the front row. And a violation by the Lady Eagles gives the point to LaGrange. Romero to Butcher, in the middle for Kinsey, and she scores. Hope Brooks will now re-enter to serve for the Lady Eagles. That one long. And LaGrange will send number 16, Haley Redden, back to serve. Brooks up high to Butcher. Back set for Kinsey. Off the block and scores. Kinsey out for McWirt. She was heading to the back row. Lathers enters as the libero there. Big swing, touched, and off Lathers. Couldn't quite keep it in. Point for LaGrange. The block was there, couldn't quite take an off of it.
Yeah, the block was there, and Lathers actually did a really good job reading that hit. She was there, just the rest of the defense had kind of shifted and followed her and was unable to get in there.
A little too tight for the setter, Butcher, there. And it'll send Meredith Orton back to serve for the Panthers. Poor serve received there. That's been one of the fundamentals the Lady Eagles have tried to work on this year. Romero to Butcher. Set back to Romero. A roll hit, and it drops in. Little off speed there. Finding some space in the Panther defense. Peyton back to serve. Lady Eagles trailing by 3 in this first set. Rolled over. Lathers to Butcher. She goes, and it lands in the court. Point for the Lady Eagles.
With incorporating new players onto the team, we've got 2 freshmen on the court. One of the biggest things to overcome when incorporating those new players is simply just communication. figuring out the roles of each player on a team, and that's something that we can look for throughout, the entire season, but especially even this match, to see that communication increase between the players.
Definitely 4 freshmen in the rotation for the Lady Eagles this evening, including Peyton and Brooks, who are out there right now. Peyton gets to it. Brooks can't quite get to the next one. Kinsey and Stevens, those other 2 freshmen we've seen already tonight. Olivia Dusterdike leaving the court for now serving number 18, Carmen Hamilton. Wide for Butcher, off the block. Lathers was there. It'll be Romero. Finds some hands. Point for the Lady Eagles. Great job by Lathers there.
Yeah, great read. That was an excellent job backing up her hitter, being prepared for that block.
This one tight. Lathers there. And the point goes to the Lady Eagles.
Even though the Eagles got that point because of a net violation, once again, Lathers did an excellent job of reading that. She saw that it was a tight pass up and saw the setter going up and really advertising that second hit that she was going to do.
All right, Romero has served the Lady Eagles back into a tie, 12-12. Certainly been a good team effort here. She takes some off. Peyton ends up with the swing. Just gets over. The block is there for the Lady Eagles. Free ball. Lady Eagles will attempt to use the offense here. Back set for Butcher. Off the block and down. 13-12. Lady Eagles have stormed back for the lead in this first set. A lot of Lady Eagles involved in that play. Their perseverance led to the point. Another good serve from Romero. This one up high off the block. Lathers is there. Pancake. Butcher. And she finds the net. Finds the court. Point for the Lady Eagles. We had a really good look at that pancake here from the announcers table. What a great dig there by Lathers. And that one called a lift, and it'll be a point for the Lady Eagles. 15-12. Took them a few points to settle in this first set, but they're going strong now. Off speed there from Romero on the serve. The block is up, but contacted wide. Point for LaGrange.
Through the course of those last several serves, Romero showed a really high volleyball IQ as she realized the momentum that the team was getting, that the Lady Eagles were getting, and she kept the pace of play quick, even with the speed of her serves, and she kept applying pressure through some pretty difficult serves and then pulling off every couple of serves to keep the Panthers on their toes.
McWirt back to serve. It's a good one. Oh, good play there by Butcher on the cross. It's up high for Kinney, and she puts it down. An in-rhythm swing there from Kinney, and she makes the most of it. 17-13, Lady Eagles lead in this first set. Kinney, Kinsey, and Butcher in the front row. McWirt, Peyton, Romero in the back row. Still alive, but a free ball. The Eagles will look to use this one. Peyton up high for Kinney. Still alive. Another free ball. Romero, Peyton, back set for Butcher. High off some hands. It'll lead to a swing for LaGrange, and that one goes long. Peyton using all of her options along that front row. 18-13, the Lady Eagles lead, and we'll have a timeout from LaGrange. All right, 18-13, McWhort will serve. Another good one. High, though, playable for LaGrange. But some miscommunication there between the setter and Journey Oden, the hitter, and it'll lead to a point for the Lady Eagles. McWhort, another good one, dipping there at the end, and this will lead to just a roll hit. Peyton up high, McWhort ends up taking it. Kinsey goes with the free ball. This one wide, and no hands seen, and it's a point for the Lady Eagles.
You know, I think anyone who's played volleyball has experienced that when you have hit a ball and you're so confident that there's been a touch, and there's not a touch called.
Kinsey wins that joust. She won't get credit for it as a net violation on Sarai Holmes. 21-13, the Lady Eagles do some work out of that timeout. It leads to another for LaGrange. We'll be right back with you. The second of the two LaGrange timeouts used here in this set. McWhort will serve it up. Kinsey right there. Oh, Kinney ends up going up high. Just touched over. Butcher's ready. Peyton to Kinney. Off the block. There will be a joust, and it's down on the Eagle side. Should be Butcher, Kinney, and Kinsey in the front row. Peyton, Romero, and the libero Lathers re-entering there. And an overpass leads to a point for LaGrange.
That's one of those balls when you have those that are on the overpass trajectory, based on whether it's timing as an experience with setter or height as a setter. Those are opportunities where sometimes you can jump up and catch those before they actually go over.
Oh, and that pass just... Lathers ended up getting the second hit there, and Kinney couldn't quite get to it for a sound third hit. 21-16, the Lady Eagles lead shrinking. Lathers, Peyton, Butcher ends up going. A little bit out of system here for LaGrange, but they put a good hit on it. Peyton, Lathers, Romero gets it nice and short. Finds the opening between the lines of defense. You need a couple of those, it seems, every set. It'll send Butcher back to serve, 22-16 the lead. Good one there from Butcher. Lady Eagles serving has been pretty good so far this evening. That one, Romero kind of one-hands ineffectively, and it's a point for LaGrange. We'll have a substitution. Olivia Dusterdijk into the game for LaGrange in the front row. Journey Oden with the serve. Peyton to Romero, up high for Kinsey. Ends up giving the free ball over. Up in the middle, Lathers, Romero. It'll be Kinney. LaGrange in system now, down the line and in. Unfortunately, the Lady Eagles not able to get any offense going during that point. Oden with the serve. Romero. There's a good one to Butcher. In the middle, Kinsey some power in the middle there for the Lady Eagles.
And you had just mentioned, the Eagles have struggled to get an offense going, and part of that was because of some weaker serve receives or defense from the back row. And once again, we just see the importance of that strong, solid first contact.
Hope Brooks with a great serve there. And LaGrange unable to get an attack off. Lady Eagles with set point here in this first set. The freshman Brooks back to serve. Oden to the setter Holmes. Dusterdyke ends up with the swing there. Romero decides to go and just misses a bit long.
You always like to see aggressive swings like that, just a little bit of miscontact with the ball.
Maybe looking for some hands there up high. Didn't find any, and it'll be Haley Redden back to serve. Butcher up high for Peyton. Just missed the back row there, back line. And LaGrange narrows the gap, 24-20. Lady Eagles just needing 1 point to finish off this first set. Romero, Lathers. Butcher ends up giving the free ball over. Back set here, and touched. Lathers there. Peyton, Romero with a good roll. Handled by LaGrange. Set up high. Swing there by Meredith Orton, and it ends up as a kill. We've seen a couple free balls here that before the match, we saw the Lady Eagles working on some of those where we'd like to get a hit on.
A little bit of out-of-system hits, yeah. And I think those free balls that we have seen have, so far, many times have resulted from just miscommunication. On several times, there has been a hitter who has been available, but it's one of those several people are able to get to the ball and ends up getting bumped over instead of an attack being made.
Oh, and we have a touch called there on LaGrange, and it ends up point for the Lady Eagles. 25-22 first set victory. A good swing there from Kinsey. We saw the Lady Eagles come back after a slow start. We'll head to a short break here before the second set. All right, welcome back to this second set between the Lady Eagles of Pensacola Christian College and the Panthers from LaGrange College. The Lady Eagles winning that first set. And as we head to the second set, Carrie, we saw a mixed bag from the Lady Eagles. It did result in the win, a slow start, kind of limped into the finish there, but taking that first set, what are you looking for in this second set?
To really come out with a lot more energy than what they started in the first set. We talked about the struggles of coming from a day of class, but also your fans are coming from a day of class as well. So as that first set was starting, the gym was relatively empty.
Almost empty.
Yeah, quite a number of fans have showed up now, which have helped pick up the energy as well. So watching to see the Lady Eagles capitalize on some of that energy that the fans are bringing.
A big swing there by McGirt, just goes through the hands of the block and out, and LaGrange scores the first point of this second set. Romero, this one off the block, and Butcher ends up just getting it over there. Miscommunication with Peyton. And that one deep. Brooks lets it go, a good call as it goes a bit long. Brooks and Peyton seeing some additional court time this evening, and it'll be Peyton to serve. She'll be coming up to do the setting here, and that swing goes into the net. Point for the Lady Eagles. Lady Eagles, 15 kills, 8 errors in that first set. Would like to see them cut down on the number of errors, but the aggressiveness was nice to see as that set went on. Service error from Peyton. It'll send Zentrina Choice back to serve for the Panthers. Lathers up high, Peyton. Romero off the block. Handled, though, by the Lady Eagles. A good swing by Butcher. And then miss hit off the block and out. Romero back to serve. Kinney, Michaela Kinney in for Brooks in the front row. Swing there in the middle. No touch signaled, and it's wide. Point for the Lady Eagles. Haley Redden with the miss hit there. It'll send Hannah Romero back to serve. 4-2 Lady Eagle lead. A swing there just off the hands of Lathers. Close to that back line. She decides to play it but couldn't quite get it in.
That was a strong swing, and that's one of those that, your libero really needs the block to take some off of that. And I think just a little bit of mistiming prohibited that.
That serve finds the back line, an ace for LaGrange. And that one does go wide. Point for the Lady Eagles. Now thinking about the Lady Eagles defense from that first set, they had LaGrange had 29 attacks, 10 kills and 3 errors, 15 digs from the Lady Eagles. So they were certainly able to get to a lot of those balls, but if they can cut down on some of those attack errors, they should be successful here in this second set. A kill there, though, from the Panthers leads to a serve from Journey Odrin. Up high for Peyton. Kinney in rhythm gets the kill.
Even already this season, we have seen Kinney just continuing to increase the power of those swings.
Getting more comfortable.
Absolutely. We saw her grow a lot through the course of the last season, and it seems to have continued very much so through this season as well.
Kinsey with the middle block there helping out. Oh, and an overpass still up. Maybe a play trying to be run there by the Lady Eagles. Ineffective, though, and the point goes to LaGrange. Redden back to serve. Tall middle blocker for LaGrange. Romero handles it to Butcher in the middle for Kinsey. She pushes it deep. Handled effectively by LaGrange. The swing, just through the hands of Kinsey on the block.
In the first set, we saw Lathers be really successful with backing up her hitters and was able to get a number of those returned blocks up. So that's something that we can look to see in this game, look for in this game. Not just from Lathers, but all of those front defenders there.
Couple good swings here by the Lady Eagles. Still handled, though, by the Panthers. And Peyton with the block.
And that was a good read from both of those freshmen on front row to anticipate that attack.
Brooks will enter for Kinney. She heads back to serve. Lathers to Butcher in the middle. Kinsey off the block, still in play for LaGrange. A third hit here coming. Just touched over. Lathers still on it, needs to go on 3. Kinsey gets it over. Tight, just over the hands of Kinsey, and her forearms contact the net. Point for LaGrange. Eight, 7. Back and forth here in this second set. Meredith Orton with the serve. Butcher to Peyton. Good swing over top of the block. Still handled, though. It'll be a free ball for the Lady Eagles. And what happened? All right. We are back with you after a brief power mishap. 10-10 the score here for the Lady Eagles and LaGrange. Peyton back set for Romero. Off the block. McGirt goes. McGirt up high. Overpass though, and it's a point for the Panthers. And we have our first time out of this second set. And we'll get things squared away here on our end. Lady Eagles trailing 12-10 in this second set. All right, Coach Oman encouraging the Lady Eagles here as they trailed 12-10 in this second set. Up 1-0 on the match, though. Romero, Peyton, Butcher gets the swing off the block, still alive, and down. Point for the Lady Eagles. Riley Morgan, the libero for LaGrange, will re-enter. Brooks heads out, and it's Romero back to serve. High and tight. Peyton there. Lathers. Butcher hits it just a bit long. So Rye Holmes, the setter for LaGrange, serving. Up high. Oh, good angle there from Kinney. The block is up. Romero, Peyton, McGirt over. Romero gets it. Kinney hits it. And a touch granted. And this one, LaGrange scores. Good swing there by Kinney, handled though by LaGrange. A roll hit, Peyton takes it. McGirt ends up getting the set. Kinney, what a great swing.
It's a really good set from the middle hitter, McGirt there.
About halfway through this second set, Carrie, what needs to happen in the last half of this second set?
I'd like to see the Eagles focus on just cleaning up these fundamentals so that they can just execute a strong offense. We've seen them out of system on so many different plays that they haven't been able to execute that strong offense that they've had so much success with. And a lot of that has just resulted from some scrambling. You know, you like to see them get accustomed to still making strong plays out of system. But of course, the ideal would be able to have those clean passes up to the setter to be able to execute that.
Good job there from the Lady Eagles, 13-15 as Butcher heads back to serve.
And once again, a lot of those fundamentals are things that result from just communication issues from players playing together who have not previously. And that's something we'll look to see them iron out.
Good job from Peyton there. Leads to a swing from McKinney. Back set here. And past the block. Meredith Orton with the kill. Coach Oman with some instruction for the freshman middle hitter, Kinsey. Romero up high for Butcher. Kinney with the swing off the block, handled by LaGrange. In-system hit off the block. Kinney takes it. Butcher in the middle for Kinsey. A swing from Peyton. Some hands. Butcher back set for Kinney. Off the block and down.
Kinney has just been quite a presence here on the front row so far this match throughout the first and second sets. She's been swinging aggressively every time.
2 kills in that first set. It feels like she's got more in this second. Off speed. Romero reads it. And some miscommunication there in the middle between Romero and Kinsey.
On many of the plays that Kinney has hit on that she did not actually get a kill, she hit hard enough that she forced the Panthers to play out of system and has resulted in a point on several of those plays.
Romero up high for Butcher, back set. Peyton with a good swing. Long and deep, and he initially went with touch, changed it to out, point for the Lady Eagles. It's great to see Helen Peyton swinging so well. The freshman setter playing all the way around. Butcher gets to it, puts it over. Back set for Orton, swinging out of the back row. Butcher up high. McGirt with the off speed gets the kill. 16-17. Close second set here. Lathers back to serve. Swing here from Duster Dyke. Overpass in the middle, and miss hit there by Zentrina Choice gives the point to the Lady Eagles. Lathers, Brooks, Butcher in the back row. Off the tape there on the serve. Up high, 2 blockers there. Touches it over, Butcher high, and goes into the bench area. Good hustle from the Lady Eagles. You'd like to do a little more with that easier ball coming over, though. LaGrange's Hamilton will head back to serve. Butcher. Romero. Ooh, dug up there nicely by LaGrange. The libero. Oh, Peyton with a miss hit there. 17-19 the deficit for the Lady Eagles. Romero. Butcher. McWhort with the kill. Off the block down on the Panthers side. It's good to see them get McWhort involved there in the middle.
Yeah, I was going to say we haven't seen McWhort be able to execute too much. And she's one of those hitters that has such an aggressive swing that especially in a situation like this, you want to use her as much as you can.
The block a little late there from the Lady Eagles, point for LaGrange. Choice with the serve. Lathers hits it, still in play as Romero got to it, but not well enough. 21-18. We'll get a substitution, no, a timeout from Coach Oman. Her second here will get things settled down as we close in on the end of this second set. All right, both timeouts used here by Coach Oman in this second set. Lady Eagles trailing 21-18. Lathers, Peyton, back set for Romero. Good swing taken on the block. And a violation by Romero leads to a point for LaGrange. Lady Eagles need to get on the board here. And they'll be helped out by LaGrange. It'll send Romero back to serve. Romero with that off speed. We've seen some good variety from her. Good time for her to be back serving for the Lady Eagles. Another one here. This one a little off the side. It'll lead to a back row attack. And LaGrange scores. Meredith Orton with a little bit of an off-speed attack there from the back row. McWirt up for Peyton. Butcher gets the kill. Good cross-court attack there, finding the far line. And McWirt serves it long. And it'll lead to a set point for LaGrange. Lathers re-enters the game as the libero. She gets it up for Peyton. Set to Kinney. And that one low. And a point for LaGrange. Ends this second set 25-21. Both teams have won a set. And we'll head to the third here after a short break. Back and forth, set 1 to the Lady Eagles, set 2 to the LaGrange Panthers. We were past the stats after that second set. Carrie, anything notable as we head into this third?
Just thinking about getting more attacking opportunities, but also more kills. We've seen the Lady Eagles swing, but a lot of their swings have not been as effective as what they could be. So looking to see a little bit more in-system play, being a little bit stronger on those attacks and actually getting a point from them, or at least hitting strong enough to force the Panthers to play out of system.
Yeah, Panthers able to dig a few more balls there in the second set. Lady Eagles digging a few fewer balls in that second set, and that proved to be the swing, 25-21 from the first set to 25-21 in that second set. It'll be Helen Payton to serve, and this third set is underway. Tight there, and McWirt makes them pay. We've got to see McWirt get involved in this third set.
Absolutely. She brings so much experience to the team, especially when incorporating some of these younger players.
Up high swing there. Tapped over. Lathers wide to Romero and into the net. Point for LaGrange. You'd like the pass there from Peyton to maybe be a little bit more in that front row, get a little bit more in system as we've discussed.
And once again, thinking about passes like that where the libero is in position to be able to get those, that's another one of those communication issues that, you know, as a freshman setter, Peyton has been really aggressive with getting those first hits, but learning to take a step back from those and allow the libero to do her job so that they can set up a proper offense.
Up high, Butcher ends up with the swing on that overpass, played though by LaGrange, and poor contact leads to a point for the Lady Eagles. That's interesting. Like, you like Peyton being all over the court, but the libero is going to have primary contact or priority.
Yeah, and that allows Peyton to be able to fill her role as a setter as well, to be able to set up a little bit better.
Peyton takes that one. Butcher there for McWirt. Played by Orton. Wide for, off the block and just evading Lathers on the near side of the court.
And that's one of those things that comes so much more easily with time, playing with one another, learning to anticipate, and being able to count on the other person's moves.
Peyton up in the middle for McWirt. A big presence there in the middle. Okay, so we are seeing a little change in the rotation here. Anna Stevens and Megan Kinsey both playing in the front row here. McWirt ends up serving it into the net. So we'll try to keep you updated as the Lady Eagles move through. As a bit different than what we had seen earlier on. Kinsey on the outside here gets the kill. So a really tall front line here for the Lady Eagles, both Kinsey and Stevens, as Helen Peyton now joins them. Butcher back to serve. Oh, a deep one there. Kinsey, she got there but couldn't quite get enough on it. Kind of an awkward deep hit from LaGrange, unable to be handled by the Lady Eagles. 3 freshmen in the front row for the Lady Eagles. We've emphasized their youth, and it is on display here. Butcher, Kinsey, over on that weak side, just mishits it, and LaGrange takes a 5-4 lead. Romero in system. And Stevens mistimes it there. Finds the corner. Point for LaGrange. Redden with the serve. Lathers reads it, but the net threw her off a little bit. And LaGrange pulls out to an early 8-4 lead. Lady Eagles need to get this first offense going. Romero up high for Butcher. Right here for Peyton. She takes a swing off the block. Stevens unable to do anything with it off of that. In position, but unable to quite do much more with it.
You know, you mentioned the youth of several of the players on the court, and you probably can attribute some of these mistakes to their inexperience at this level. But despite those mistakes, it does make you really excited to see what they have the potential to be capable of, and especially in the coming years where they get more experience working together. Trying to eliminate some of those mistakes that have cost the Lady Eagles so many points this match.
Butcher goes on 2 and scores. We see that a lot from Folker. Butcher getting in with her own dump there. And we'll have a substitution. Brooks coming in for Kinsey. Brooks with the good serve. Handled by LaGrange. Just a roll over. Lathers in system. Romero with the big swing. No touch there ruled by LaGrange, as Romero unable to quite get it over. Meredith Orton with the serve for LaGrange. Butcher back set there for Peyton, and Peyton touches it, and it heads out. Point for LaGrange. 12-5. Lady Eagles struggling in this third set. Coach Oman will take a timeout. All right, timeout allows the Lady Eagles to take a deep breath. Coach Oman encouraging them to communicate more on the court. A little quiet out there the last few points. Romero up high for Butcher. In the middle for Stevens, off the block. Up high, Butcher gets it to Romero. Off the block, Butcher. Lathers. Peyton gets to it but doesn't get it over. Point for LaGrange. Meredith Orton still serving. Romero, Butcher, back set for Peyton with the roll. Oh, just touched over. Point for LaGrange. Good play by Sarai Holmes, the setter there, as Lady Eagles fall to a 14-5 deficit. Stuck in that rotation for quite a while. They'll be happy to send Lathers back to serve as McGirt goes into the front row. Oh, and that one dipped in. Point for the Lady Eagles. Lathers with the serve. A good one. Handled, though, by LaGrange. A back set slide hit. Handled by Lathers. Back set for Peyton. Tips it over. Dug up, though, by LaGrange's libero. Free ball. Brooks up high for Butcher. In the middle for McGirt. This one tight. Still in play. Butcher. Romero off the block and scores. Good perseverance there by the Lady Eagles, sticking with that one.
There we finally got to see the Eagles, for one of the first times in this set, really pressure the Panthers' defense.
We had seen that quite a bit in the first set.
Yep.
Ooh, some miscommunication there. Peyton ends up handling it. A missed touch. I think they're going to call on Romero.
And mentioning the first set, there were several runs in that first set that demonstrated that the Lady Eagles, when they are just playing a fundamentally solid game, they were very successful against the Panthers.
Brooks, Butcher. They end up with Romero there in the middle, still alive as Lathers gets it. McGirt from the outside position gets a swing in. Oh, and McGirt with the block, still alive. And a missed contact there gives the point to the Lady Eagles. That block of the Lady Eagles coming up big for that point. It's something maybe lacking that energy. It feels like the Lady Eagles block has just been a half step behind, and that's not allowed them to get up to a good start. Swing there by McGirt, looking for a net signal, none given, point to the Lady Eagles. Punishing that overpass. 10-15. Lady Eagles looking for one of those runs. Great serve there by Peyton. Up high, off the block though, and point for LaGrange. Choice back to serve for the Panthers. Lady Eagles looking for a good serve receive. Lathers gets it. Peyton, back set for Romero. Big swing off the block, handled by LaGrange. Up high, a good swing off the hands of Romero. And LaGrange scores again. Romero, low, and Peyton unable to get to it. Peyton, Lathers, and Brooks in the back row. Romero, McGirt, and Butcher in the front row. Better there from Romero. Wide for Butcher. She puts it down the line, but out. LaGrange responds to the Lady Eagles run with a run of their own. Lathers, Peyton, touched by McGirt, handled by LaGrange, tight. Good swing there from Romero, oh, but it's just wide.
That was great teamwork between the block and then Brooks on the back row. The block had effectively taken away some of the back row that she was going to cover, and then she defended her area well.
20-10, the deficit for the Lady Eagles. Coach Oman will talk things over, and we'll be back after that. All right, 20-10. LaGrange firmly in control of this third set. Tied 1-1. We will see a fourth. That one tight again for Romero. Handled by LaGrange, still in play. Lady Eagles in system, though, wide for Romero. Played by LaGrange. Swing there, up high. Peyton back set for Butcher. Off some hands and scores.
Romero did an excellent job during that volley, being able to still use those sets that were a little bit tight or a little bit wide, keeping that ball alive and still managing to apply some pressure to the Panthers as well.
She's back to serve. Slide hit. Cross court wide of Peyton. Lady Eagles looking to find some momentum here before this fourth set as they enter Stevens into the front row, and we've got Lissy Metzger, freshman from Pennsylvania, entering. Lathers exiting. Good serve there from the freshman. Between the block there, point for the Panthers. And Lathers now back in. Okay, a serving substitution there for the Lady Eagles. Good one there for Metzger, but the point went to LaGrange. Now back, Butcher with the hit there. Up high, misses long, point for the Lady Eagles. Madeline Orton will enter for Journey Oden on the Panther side. Butcher to serve. In the middle, touched, Butcher there, Peyton wide for Kinsey. Swinging from the outside this set, and she scores. Kinsey, a very effective hitter. 5 kills through the first 2 sets. Certainly adding to those numbers here in the third. That one maybe off speed past the block there. Sometimes the ball just comes off a little funny, even off a full swing. Deep and long, point for the Lady Eagles. Kinsey exiting with the chuckle there for Brooks, as she'll join Butcher and Lathers in the back row. This one, we'll see what the call is. Double contact by Holmes, point to the Lady Eagles. 16-23, Brooks continues to serve. A good one, handled though, Holmes back set. Orton cross. Peyton ends up taking it. Stevens swings out of the middle. This one blocked, but on the Eagle side, leading to a LaGrange set point. The Eagles have responded well out of that timeout at 20-10. Now 16-24. Meredith Orton serving for the LaGrange set. Romero up high, back to her. Off the block, but played by LaGrange. Up high, Butcher. Romero with the swing down the line and scores.
It's a really smart swing by Romero.
Finding that gap a couple times, and one of them found the court. Ooh, good serve by Lathers. Up, McGuirt, overpass. Handled, though, by LaGrange. McGuirt with the aggressive go on 2. This one tight again. McGuirt up high. LaGrange still playing it. Good perseverance on that side. Off the hands. Peyton in the middle for McGuirt. Oh, blocked right down, though. Point and set for LaGrange. They lead 2-1. Lady Eagles will look to rebound as we head to this fourth set. right, we are gearing up for this fourth set. The Lady Eagles taking the first, 25-21, but losing the second, 25-21, and then that third set, 25-17. Carrie, fourth set. We need some energy here for the Lady Eagles. What are you looking for?
This is such a mental place to be in the game. You know, we talked about at the very beginning of the game, the mental battle of switching on and off. But now that you are down 2 sets, you're going into a fourth set, it's just a mental decision to know if you're going to win this match, you have 2 more sets left. Being able to muster up that energy, you know, it's a short amount of time to be able to get your mind in that headspace. But it is a difficult task as well.
Looks like potentially some more rotation changes for the Lady Eagles. Romero with that hit. Back set, Orton ends up taking it. Butcher high, Kinsey. Lathers ends up hitting it deep. Good play. Handled though by LaGrange. Up high, the block is there. Butcher, Brooks. Romero with the roll. Handled though. Swinging there in the middle. Oh, and I think Kinsey just got a finger on it. Point for LaGrange, 2-0. Hamilton with the serve. Lathers. Oh, close. Handled, though, by LaGrange. In the middle, and it finds the Lady Eagles side of the court. Lathers, Butcher, big swing by Romero.
That was an excellent placement as well. These deep pockets for the Panthers have been open throughout the evening, and Romero was able to execute on that.
Finds the line there. Kinney entering the game. She'll join Kinsey and McGwirt in the front row. Big high swing over the block there from Odin, and it scores.
This is a big front row for the Lady Eagles. You know, they've got 3 strong hitters, 3 aggressive hitters in the front row, and these are rotations that you want to be able to capitalize on as much as possible.
McGwirt, Butcher, McGwirt. McGwirt will head to the middle. Back set for Orton. High over, handled by Romero. Butcher here for Kinsey, hitting from the weak side. A good one, but dug up there by LaGrange. Kinsey. Give the free ball over to the Eagles. They get one right back. Romero. McGwirt in the middle, blocked. Butcher up. We need a second hit. We got one. Free ball heads over, though, from Kinney. In the middle, blocked by McGwirt.
You know, one thing coming out of that play, we saw a lot of scrambling, so you'd like to get some of those little things cleaned up. But we saw the senior Haley Butcher communicate so well with her team. There were several times where it was only because of her prompting that the other team or that her other teammates took initiative and were able to keep that volley going.
We see Metzger in to serve for the Lady Eagles. Off some hands, Butcher. Kinsey. Kinney. Good swing, handled, though, off the block by LaGrange. Big high. The hands were there. Romero, just didn't quite get some forward motion on it. Great movement, though, by the block along the front row. And McGwirt looked like she was going to re-enter, but it's only to sub for the libero. Lathers into that back row. Alexis Childers entering to serve for LaGrange. I believe it's Lathers, Romero, Butcher in the back row. Up there for Stevens. And she gets her first kill of the evening. We've been looking for her in that middle.
And she is someone, she brings so much potential to the front row. She is athletic and tall. She's got a very long.
She gets that 6-foot height.
Yeah, those exceptionally long arms, but just learning how to use those around a strong middle block.
Peyton will enter to serve. We'll see if she comes up to set as well. She gets the second hit here. Romero in the back row swings. It's a good one. Childers LaGrange ends up going on 2, and Peyton will set here. Kinney with the big swing, high off some hands. A free ball over for the Lady Eagles. Lathers up to Peyton. They're in system here. Great swing by Butcher. Over. Handled by the Lady Eagles. Peyton up for Butcher again. Down the line, handled by LaGrange. A swing for Morton. Kinney is there. Peyton back set again for Butcher. No hands there from LaGrange. And 4 contacts for the Lady Eagles.
Despite not getting the point from that play, you're really encouraged to see that level of energy and the aggressive swings from the Lady Eagles.
All right, Butcher, Stevens, Kinney in the front row for the Lady Eagles. We've had a lot of rotation adjustments this evening. Butcher with the swing there. She'll switch sides with Kinney. Up high. Oh, Butcher with, it kind of came off the net a little funny there. And LaGrange will score 7-3. Peyton coming from the back row to set. Romero up high. Lathers handles it. Butcher with the roll. Childers sets it in the middle. Long contact, not whistled. And it's a point for LaGrange. Low and into the net. Lady Eagles will take it. 8-4 their deficit. Madeline Norton enters for LaGrange. Kinney exits for Hope Brooks in that service position. Good serve, dug up. Childers ends up going. Not signaled as a back row attack. Free ball here for the Lady Eagles, doesn't even make it over. Point for Pensacola Christian. I think 6-8 should be the score. We didn't get one there, and that one, just goes out. All right, well, the scoreboard reads 9-5 LaGrange. Romero with the swing and the kill. I think we have the point coming over here to Lathers. A roll handled. McGirt decides to go. Still up from LaGrange. Good job by Brooks. Wide for Romero. Push deep. Handled by LaGrange. Back set. Orton with the swing down the line, but out.
And we saw Romero go to that deep pocket once again. She found that pocket earlier this set. Perhaps has recognized that that's open in a good position to target.
Lathers will serve again. Back set. Butcher, Peyton, back to Butcher. Oh, and she finds the deep pocket now. 8-9 Lady Eagles have responded well. McGirt, Romero, Butcher in the front row. Peyton, Brooks, and Lathers getting the ace there. 9-9. And we'll get a substitution. Childers exiting for Holmes. And that one finds no, it doesn't find the line. Line judge with the better angle called it out. 10-9. The Lady Eagles will have the chance for first offense. Up high, Peyton gets it out to Romero. Big swing. Doesn't find any hands. And it's a point for LaGrange. That arcing serve misses the back line, and it's a point for the Lady Eagles. Kinsey will re-enter the game as Butcher heads back to serve. She'll be coming up to set for the front row of Kinsey, McGuirt, and Romero. Holmes with the back set. A roll over, Butcher handles it, but it'll be Kinsey setting it over to Romero. Finds the deep pocket, handled, and it'll end up in a swing. Oh, what a swing from Morton there. Romero gets it, though. Pushed over by McGuirt. Goes on two. Romero decides to go on two, and she kills it. What a swing down the line from Romero, as the Lady Eagles showing some real poise in this fourth set.
We're seeing them execute so much smarter hits in the last several plays, finding those deep pockets. Every time they have successfully found those deep pockets, they've forced the Panthers out of system.
You see the Panthers very effective in system. It's important for the Lady Eagles offense to help out. Good first offense there from LaGrange. 12-11. Another back and forth set here as the Lady Eagles have clawed their way back in. Lathers up to Butcher. Back set for Romero. Big swing. Handled by Morgan. High hands. Oh, great play by McGuirt. But she contacted the net. Boy, tough call there. Great athleticism, McGuirt with the quick second jump. But it does go to Hamilton for the serve. Butcher in the middle for McGuirt. Pushed, handled though by LaGrange. A swing there off some hands. I believe that was Lathers. Butcher, Romero. LaGrange getting to some of these, a poor contact point for the Lady Eagles. Some renewed energy in this fourth set for the Lady Eagles. Kinney entering the game.
And we're back to this rotation with three really strong, aggressive front row hitters. And once again, you want to stay in this rotation as long as possible.
A good serve, and Romero back as well. Blocked by McGuirt. What a presence in the middle. Deep. Butcher takes it. Kinsey. McGuirt goes. It's a good one, tight. Romero. Butcher. Up high. Kinney with the swing. Oh, a good one handled by LaGrange. They decide to go on two. Romero, great pass to Butcher. Back set. McGuirt with the slide. Handled by... Oh, and big swing from Odin down the line there. She's been a force to be reckoned with this evening. LaGrange just able to get to some of those balls. Lady Eagles would like to see them fall in. They'll reset and have first offense here. Romero up for Butcher. Back set Kinsey. Big swing, and she scores.
You know, Kinsey is another one of these freshmen who is bringing in a lot of height to the front row. When she jumps, when she gets her full approach, she has exceeded the block on every one of those attempts.
Metzger to serve. And low and into the net. Unfortunate error there in this tight fourth set. And Lathers, the libero, will re-enter. Holmes serving for LaGrange into the net. Trading errors here. And we'll see Peyton enter for Kinsey to serve. She'll come up from the back row to set for Butcher, Stevens, and Kinney in the front row. It looks like Kinney will cross over to the main outside hitter position. Butcher will assume the weak side. What a block! Kinney and Stevens there in the front row.
And with that block, we saw them have really great timing, something that we had mentioned earlier, that it seems like the block had been struggling with correctly timing that, but we saw them do that perfectly on that one.
Deep from Peyton there. Too many service errors this evening for the Lady Eagles. They'll take a breath here and try to get a good first offense. Peyton, Kinney with A swing that misses the antenna wide.
It's so important in an overall match like this that has been tight at times to keep the momentum on your side. You know, when you get a point, to keep that energy up, keep the momentum on your heading your way. This is where you really need some smart plays to come in and kind of settle things down so that then you can go back to just executing the strong offense that you're trying to.
Yeah, Butcher with a miss hit there. Romero up high for Peyton. This one for Kinney. Tries to find that deep pocket, but handled off the block. Lathers. Kinney. Good swing. And it leads to a point for the Lady Eagles. 16-18. Hope Brooks, freshman, defensive specialist here this evening, back to serve. Good one handled by LaGrange. Up and tight, and that one is wide of the antenna. Lady Eagles keeping this one tight. Fourth set, trailing 2-1. They trail 18-17. Good serve. Back set, poor set, but Peyton gets it over to Romero. Handled by Morgan, the libero. Back set again for Orton. She tips it over. Up high. Romero with the swing. Finds some hands, and it goes off Morgan and out. 18-18. Lady Eagles have fallen behind a couple times in this fourth set, but great perseverance. It'll be Brooks to serve again. Good floater and some poor contact there. Lady Eagles take the lead. We'll see Odin re-enter for LaGrange. For Madeline Orton. And it'll be Hope Brooks still serving here, doing a good job for the Lady Eagles. Romero, Butcher, and Stevens in the front row. Ooh, a good dipping serve there, though, handled. Back row swing. Brooks, great pass to Peyton. In system now. Romero goes, and it's down and in. 20-18. Timeout LaGrange. All right, first time out of this fourth set taken by LaGrange after the Lady Eagles have taken a 20-18 lead. Good serve there by Brooks. Up high, tight. Handled, though. Romero, Peyton, back set. Butcher with the swing. And this will be a free ball over and out. Good call by the Lady Eagles bench. 21-18. Few more smiles on the court now from the Lady Eagles. That energy and momentum lifting their spirits. Good serve by Brooks. Swing here. Blocked by Butcher, but out. 21-19. It'll be Haley Redden back to serve. And out of rotation. from LaGrange. Don't see that too often, but it certainly helps out the Lady Eagles.
When you're facing a fifth set, that's a short set anyway, it's so important to build momentum here at the end of the fourth set to carry into that short fifth set.
Oh, and Orton, I think, crossed the line. I think the Lady Eagles defense had gotten there, but we've got a 23-19 lead for the Lady Eagles. Second timeout here used by LaGrange. We'll see if the Lady Eagles can sustain that momentum to finish out this fourth set. Couple quick words there from Coach Oman. 23-19 the lead for the Lady Eagles as Lather serves. Oh, a good one. Free ball coming over. Brooks is there. Peyton gets it to Romero. Finds a deep spot. Handled, though. It'll be Orton with the swing. She's been effective tonight, but that one's wide. Lady Eagles set point here in the fourth, looking to tie it 2-2. Oh, and just wide, an aggressive serve there from Lathers. Lady Eagles 24-20 lead. Will have a chance to get their offense going first. Peyton will set. First, though, we'll have a pass up, a good one from Romero. It's McGirt in the middle. Handled by LaGrange. In the middle. Oh, just gets down in front of Lathers. 24-21. The lead for the Lady Eagles. Meredith Orton, a good serve. Handled by Brooks. Peyton back set for Butcher. Off the block. Lathers with the overpass. Still a chance here. And it's down. Point for the Lady Eagles. We head to a fifth set. 25-21. The victory for the Lady Eagles. right, the teams are getting lined up for this 5th set. It'll be a quick one. 15 points win by 2. Carrie, what's the mentality? How does it have to be different in a 5th set compared to the previous 4?
A 5th set has to be high energy continuously throughout the entire set. The 5th set, because it's a short set, you have no opportunity to ease into play at all from the very first point. Every point matters in such a short set.
Teams stayed on the same side. LaGrange serving in the middle for McWirt. Kinsey, oh, just long on that attempt. Point for LaGrange. Looks like Kinsey, McWirt, and Romero in this front row. McWirt, Kinsey, here's McWirt again. Orton plays it to Holmes in the middle. Oh, and tipped. Didn't get over there from Zentrina Choice. Kinney entering for Brooks. Romero back to serve. Here's that good front row, and we've got a good server, Romero, back. We'll see if the Lady Eagles can string some together. Oh, and they get the ace. That ball diving in front of Hamilton. 2-1, Lady Eagles. Oh, and Romero mishits that one. Point to LaGrange. Choice back to serve for the Panthers. Lady Eagles look to get their first offense going. Romero up high for Butcher. Kinney. And she scores. Kinney with 8 kills on the night after those 4 sets. We've seen some great hitting out of the Lady Eagles this evening. Good swing there from Oden, and there was a touch point for the Lady Eagles. I think Mets, let's see. Okay, Lathers, Butcher, wide for Kinney. Left-handed gets the kill.
Kinney used the block really well on that.
Little angle attack there, and it leads to a point. Kinsey exits. Peyton enters. She'll come from the back row to set, as we saw in that 4th set. Coach Oman finding a lineup she worked. It looks like it's the same here in this 5th set. Orton with the swing, handled by Lathers. Peyton wide for Kinney. Big swing. Signal no touch there, as that one just goes off the top of the tape. 4 contacts from the Lady Eagles. The Panthers will rotate, and it'll send Dusterdyke into the game as Oden goes back to serve. Ooh, an overpass. Gracious there from Orton. Butcher ends up with the swing. High off some hands, handled. Holmes gets it wide to Orton. Arcing swing there. Stevens scores! They've got her going a couple times in these last 2 sets. Good to see her work there in the middle. 5-4. Back and forth, of course, here in this 5th set. Brooks serving. Up high a bit, out of system. Good set, though. Signaled a touch there. And a above the head swing in front of the line from the libero, not called. Oh, Stevens! The arms just kept going up there. Helps to be tall. Brooks with a 6-4 lead. Back set for Orton. High off. Oh, and off the block and then off Brooks on the back row. Redden will serve for the Panthers. Lathers, Peyton, Romero with a good spot there, and it'll end up in a free ball. A good one, though. Stevens ends up going, puts it deep pocket, though, and it'll be a somewhat free ball here for the Lady Eagles. Peyton, back set, Butcher. Diving ball handled by LaGrange. Swing there, Brooks gets it up, Peyton. Oh, a good set there, too, Romero. Just not enough topspin, 6-6 tie in this fifth set. Every point matters so much. The energy level is high here for both teams. Brooks misplays it, Butcher there. Peyton keeps it in play. Lady Eagles still have a chance. Up high, Orton, over the block, Peyton. Someone needs to go on too. Stevens did, but not well enough for Butcher to get a third on it. As LaGrange finds themselves with the 7-6 lead. Serve goes up. Here it comes. Stevens, Peyton, Romero. Finds the floor. 7-7 tie. In system, in rhythm there for Romero.
And Romero did a really good job of correcting from that previous hit that had gone just a little bit long and adjusting that to hit that deep pocket again.
LaGrange finds an opening, and in this fifth set, they switch sides halfway through. Carry initial impressions here in this fifth set. We've seen some good things from the Lady Eagles. What else do you want to see here?
It's going to be a matter of keeping that energy level up, playing for every point. The Lady Eagles have been effective in preventing the Panthers from getting on any sort of run with getting multiple points in a row. So continuing to do that, but also trying to string together a few consecutive points of their own.
Lady Eagles, this is their first fifth set here at home this season. I believe they had a fifth set against Crowley's Ridge a few weekends ago out in Arkansas. Good swing there from Butcher, 8-8. Peyton exits. Megan Kinsey enters. She's been really effective in the front row this evening. We'll see if the Lady Eagles are able to get her going in this fifth set. Touched over, handled by Romero. Up high for Butcher. In the middle for McGuirt. She swings, handled by LaGrange. Blocked over. Still in play. Back and forth, tight. Kinsey. Oh, lift. Not called. Butcher puts it to the back corner and scores.
All of that was such great play from the Lady Eagles. You saw them working together really well on that play, communicating well, adjusting to the other players well.
Butcher with a good serve and a 10-8 lead. Lady Eagles digging deep here in this fifth set. Butcher, another good one. Forces the error.
And Butcher is placing these serves so well, applying that pressure from the very get-go, prohibiting the Panthers from being able to run a successful offense just because of the intensity of her serves. And not even the intensity, but rather the placement.
Panthers setting up their rotation now. Oh, and it threw off Butcher. Certainly that was not the intention of the substitution, I imagine, but the service error from Butcher narrows the deficit to 2. Butcher will come from the back row to set the front row. Romero, McGuirt, and Kinsey up there. Brooks takes it. Butcher back set for Romero. A roll there in the middle. Oh, McGuirt, I think, got some fingers on it, but just in front of Lathers.
The Panthers also have one of their stronger rotations in the front row right now, so it's going to be more important than ever that the Lady Eagles execute a strong offense to keep them out of system.
Oop, tight. Butcher handles it, though. McWirt with the kill. We like to see the swing there from the middle hitter. She'd been, I don't know, it seemed a bit tentative throughout the evening. She had a big swing there.
And I think so much of that just comes from what we've talked about with not having great passes up to the setter, resulting in some mistimed sets and things like that. It's hard to get a good, strong swing off of those, especially in the middle where timing is even more important.
Odin gets the kill there. Cross court in front of the defense back line. It'll be Choice with the serve. Oh, and it dips. And the Panthers tie it back up 12-12. McWirt, Kinsey, Kinney in the front row. Romero mishits there on the serve receive, and Coach Homan will take a timeout. Lady Eagles now trailing 13-12. All right, 13-12 coming out of this timeout. Lady Eagles have responded well out of timeouts this evening. They need to do so again here. McWirt, Butcher, Kinney. She's been on all evening, handled though, and a long extended contact by LaGrange. Point to the Lady Eagles. Boy, those are so tight there at the net, Carrie. That one going the way of the Lady Eagles. Metzger, the freshman, in to serve. Couple nerves, but none shown, I imagine. And the swing into the net. 14-13. Lady Eagles with match point. Before they get that, LaGrange will take the timeout. As it's been all night, back and forth. Tied 2-2 here in the fifth. Lady Eagles with match point. 14-13 Metzger. Good serve. Up high in the middle. Big swing. And we'll have some extra volleyball.
Metzger did a great job serving on those two. That's a lot of pressure to
come in just to serve.
Just to serve, coming in as a freshman. She doesn't have a lot of playing time so far. Did a great job not cracking under pressure there.
Yeah, you like to see that. Just a good offense there by LaGrange. The Eagles get the chance now to get theirs going. Kinsey, Lathers. Stevens hits it deep. Big swing, but into the net. Lady Eagles with another match point. 15-14. And we've got a timeout. Okay, it looked like the Lady Eagles were going to have some rotation questions. We'll handle those after the LaGrange timeout. All right, the Lady Eagles bench with some intensity during the timeout. Smelling this match point possibility as Peyton heads back to serve. She's joined by Lathers and Romero in the back row. Good serve. Handled, though. The block is there. Off some hands. Up high up for Romero. Peyton, Lathers. Gets it over. Back set here. Peyton, Butcher. Lathers gives the free ball over. It finds the line. The Lady Eagles win! 16-14. What a tremendous victory there for the Lady Eagles. Carry some closing thoughts here. What a tremendous match from the Lady Eagles as they pull out the W.
This is one of those matches where you're really happy to get the W on it, but you look back on it and you see just a lot of lessons that you can learn as far as, you know, you wish you had done a little bit better. But thankfully, when you get that win, you still get the opportunity to learn from some of those and still get the win nonetheless.
Yeah, we will be back with you on Saturday as the Lady Eagles will match up against NCAA D2 opponent Miles College here, 2 p.m. for that afternoon start time against Miles College. Great win tonight by the Pensacola Christian College Lady Eagles. We hope you'll join us again next time.